There VC, I'm back to shoot another video. These are finds from yesterday's record fair here in Calgary. Um, I was there for about 2.5 hours, so I was out there pretty quick. I kind of knew what I had in mind to buy, and definitely the show in the spring's a bit better, so I kind of just picked up some more collectible items and then left. So, and also I'll be showing some Goodwill Valley Village finds here at the end. So I hope you enjoy, and this might be a little bit of a longer video, so I apologize. I don't want to take all your guys' time. But first up is something that a form of music that I don't, or sorry, format of music that I don't usually buy unless it's a certain artist. Happy Halloween, by the way, everyone. Everybody stay safe out there and enjoy. So only two Kiss finds, kind of some weird formats that I don't usually buy. So this is from 1977. Of course, the album Love Gun. This is an original Casablanca 8-track. So I really only buy 8 tracks if they're Kiss or Elvis or George Jones, or because I can't play them. I don't have an 8-track player, but they're kind of just more for the collectible point of view. Next up, I have a VHS tape. I do have a VHS player, so I probably will watch this. I have seen this before, but this is Kiss extremely close up. It's from 1989 or 1990, and it's pretty bad, but I enjoy it being a Kiss fan. And so now I'll get on to some CDs. Now I'm going to warn you guys, all my record fair finds are Elvis, except for 2. And then the Goodwill finds, there's some in there that you might not care about, but that's okay with me because I buy music that I like and I don't care what people say. But so I'll leave the 2 Elvis CDs for after, with my other Elvis stuff. But first, this was really cool. I actually stumbled by a garage sale yesterday. That's weird for being October 30th yesterday. So here is a cool Beach Boys CD. This was done by Time Life. Now this is their first sessions in 1962. Now I know this is being redone for Record Store Day, becoming the Beach Boys on the colored vinyl, and I will pick that up. But this is cool. So it's got Surfin', a song called Judy that I've never heard before, Luau. So that was just interesting to find for $1 at a garage sale. Next up, I have 2 double CDs. These are just kind of hits compilations, but for $1, 3 CDs. Johnny Cash, so it's just got all the hits on it. Just a good listen. Another artist I'm very fond of, Ray Charles. Just the greatest hits. 3 CD. So first I'll show the Goodwill finds. There's a good little amount here, and there's a few in here that you're probably like, oh, that music sucks, but I don't think it sucks, so I'm going to show it anyways. But first up, a classic UFO, Strangers in the Night. I found this for only $2 at Valley Village, and I thought that was pretty awesome. It's a classic. Next up, 2 albums by the great country artist Carl Smith on Columbia. These were $1 at Goodwill. So there's that. A couple Christmas albums I was missing. Herb Alpert's Christmas album, so I'll be listening to this around the holiday season. Another Christmas album, Peter, Paul, and Mary's Christmas album for $1. How can you really go wrong? Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits with the poster. Another one that's just essential. There's the poster. A&M Records. Everyone's got to have that one. This was cool finding this at a Valley Village. Moody Blues. I think this is a UK pressing. I mean, you see them in thrift stores, but most of the time they're not in the best of condition. This one's pretty decent. There's a little split at the bottom of that inner sleeve there, but London. So that was pretty awesome. already had a later pressing of this album, but I think that's pretty early. Now we get on to an artist that some of you kind of don't really like. Well, not that you don't like, but just an artist that people kind of overlook. Well, actually, no. This I'll get on. Sorry. First, we have Ambrosia. That was a buck. Now we get on to an artist that people kind of stir away from. I got 3 albums by this artist. I probably have about 20. So we have Julio Iglesias, and I love his voice. And when they're in such great condition, I can't, for $1 or whatever. This one's in shrink on London. Can't pass that up. But I found this at that same garage sale. Beach Boys Endless Summer. It's in a bit rough condition. Well, not really. The records are nice, but the cover's a bit rough. And so those were my thrift finds. Well, I have 2 more Elvis thrift finds. These were cool. I never can find Elvis CDs, the original RCA CDs. So 2 gospel ones. We have How Great Thou Art and His Hand in Mine. So I love those CDs. I'm looking out for all of his. Okay. Oops. First up, I'll get to my 2 non-Elvis finds from the record show. Oops. So here we go. Oh my gosh, sorry, records are tumbling over here. Okay. In the shrink wrap, we have Mr. and Mrs. Hank Williams. This is on the Metro Records label. The original sleeve, I think. Maybe not. There's the record in nice condition. Now this is just Hank Williams and his wife Audrey doing some gospel kind of songs, and I know that Hank Williams hated her singing, and I mean she's not too great of a singer in my opinion either, but I know he just hated. And when they went on the radio shows with the Driftin' Cowboys, he was so mad when she would come on. Next up, I've been wanting to get this album for a while since it came out, have it on CD, and this is Johnny Cash's Out Among the Stars, and I think it's a really good album. I kept the hype sticker. That's what I usually do. I tape it to the sleeve if I can, and I like how it came with a nice lined sleeve. There's the record. Now this is a great album. I definitely recommend you check it out. I think this was recorded in 1985 and lost for about 30 years or something like that, and then they just I forget when this came out, maybe 2013 or something, but Out Among the Stars. Now, if you don't like Elvis, I'd advise you to leave. I'm just kidding. But all the rest of these are nice Elvis finds, so nice originals and cool stuff. You might want to stay. So first, in addition to my picture sleeve collection, something I was missing. It's pretty common, I think, but I never see it here where I am. This is Rubberneckin' back with Don't Cry Daddy. Orange RCA label. It's original. So there's that. Next up, everyone, I'm sure everyone, all the Elvis collectors have this and have seen this. It's pretty common. Sorry if there's any glare. This is the Elvis Little Darlin' on the gold vinyl. Everyone has that. This is awesome. Original 1958 RCA Victor. We have this was actually really cheap, and it's actually in good condition other than the jukebox tag on there. This is King Creole Volume 2. I have Volume 1, and so that was pretty awesome. Alright. Next up, here's something from the last record store day that I didn't pick up. We have Elvis with the Philharmonic Orchestra or whatever, the If I Can Dream 45. I never picked up the album, and I'm sure I will one day, but I'm in no rush to get that or the new One Wonder Review. I don't think it's that very good. But that was nice and cheap and sealed, so I picked that up and I opened it up. Now we have about 5 original 45s here. So first up, this was really cool. We have Puppet on a String, backed with Wooden Heart on that Canadian red RCA Victor that I love so much, with the original sleeve. I'm not sure if this one came with a picture sleeve. I'll have to look that up when I catalog these. Next up, we have another great 45 single that I was missing. I'm missing a bit of his 70s 45s. So we have a great. Oops. Sorry. Just trying to remember what these were. I didn't have to pay too much for these either. Got them fairly cheap. They're in pretty good condition. So they're in the company sleeves. Next up we have Until It's Time for You to Go. Sorry, that first one was My Boy, I think. Sorry, sometimes. And then we have Memories, backed with Charo. Great song. And then the last one here, I know those Memories came with the picture sleeve, I think, and this one Kentucky Rain came with the picture sleeve. My Little Friend on the other side, and but for a couple bucks or whatever, maybe I'll find the picture sleeve one day. All right, now into the Elvis LP finds. Sorry if this video is dragging on for a long time here, but first up, a gem for sure, something that I'm very happy to own. This is an original 1957 Elvis Loving You 10-inch from the UK, and it's in really nice condition. It's definitely a great piece for my collection on that great RCA label. Shout out to all the Elvis collectors here in the VC. The Elvis vinyl guy George and Jordan and Ed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have stuck with me long enough to see these Elvis finds. They're all pretty good. Here's something I've been wanting to get. This is the 1969 year in review. Gatefold. I know you've all seen this. So that was pretty awesome. Next one I was really happy to find. It's from 1983. It's an Elvis album. This is the first live performances on the Music Works label. These are a couple songs from 1955's Louisiana Hayride. So that's pretty awesome and nice condition. Next up, something that I had, but this is definitely an upgrade. The other one I have a couple different, about 4 different other versions of this now. But this is the Elvis Christmas album. Now, this is the Canadian LOC, whatever the number is, on the RCA Victor label. It's in pretty nice condition for its age, and I got it for a great price. Whenever I see this for a good price, I'm always going to pick it up just to have extra copies or upgrades and whatever. Okay. Next up, sorry if you see there's something I gotta grab up here that I totally forgot to show that I'm gonna have to show after this. After these 3, but the next 3 These were in a bin for $2 at the record show, and I just couldn't leave them. A couple of them are in kind of rough condition, but I kind of just can't leave them. So I know you're going to say, oh, why did you buy that with all the tape on it? Well, this is the first Elvis album of first Canadian pressing. So, I mean, for $2, the record is in decent condition, no deep scratches, and, you know, I'm not, as an Elvis fan, I'm not just going to leave something like that when I see it first. I might have even got it for $1. I think I got it for $1 by the time I made a deal. I did get it for $1. So, I mean, 1956, that's 60 years old. I mean, what do you expect? This is the Canadian pressing of Something for Everybody. Another first Canadian pressing. So, I mean, look at that. Like, that's pretty decent. Blue Hawaii. I think this is another first Canadian pressing, so how can you go wrong with that? Next up, I know everyone has already showed this a long time ago when it actually came out, but Amazon took forever to get this to me. And this is, of course, Way Down in the Jungle Room. A great thing, a great album, I mean. Now, I know they could have really done a better job on this. 140 gram vinyl, what is that? For $30 or whatever it was. But it sounds pretty decent. And I don't really need to show you the label because you've seen those labels a million times. Okay. Next up, this is a cool one. Elvis, kind of related, the $1 Million Quartet. I should have brought my other one down to show you the difference. I will in the next video. This is the Sun version, 1982. This might have came out 81, or maybe later than that. It's in good condition except for one crease right there. That was actually pretty cheap. I can't really ever find that for cheap. So, how many more do we have here? 3, 4 more. This is a UK 12-inch EP. I think it's made in the UK. This is really cool. It's got Ain't That Lovin' You Baby and songs like that. And I've never seen this before, so I picked it up. It's in really nice condition. Elvis. Something I didn't have from Elvis, so I had to get it. This I will be leaving sealed. I know you're going to say, don't leave records sealed, blah, 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 blah. But I have all these songs a million times. 1987, still sealed. Commemorative, whatever you want to call it. And I have the CD too, so I don't really see why I'd open that. Two more. These are reissues. These were at a steal, $15. New pressings. Wax Time, Music on Vinyl. I think they're music on vinyl. I would prefer getting the Friday Music ones. I don't know if these two came out on Friday Music, but this is Potluck. Now, the only thing I don't like about these is that, I mean, it comes with a download card and whatever and a nice audiophile sleeve, but I hate the labels on these. Why would you not put the original labels? What's the point? But whatever, I guess. I'm starting to collect these types of reissues, and usually they're pretty expensive to ship here to Canada, so for that price, I'm gonna pick them up. And I'm gonna have to listen to them again to determine how good of sound quality they are. Last one, I've always been wanting to get this on a reissue, and I know there's a bunch of other versions. I definitely will pick up a few more versions of this type of reissue when I get the chance. But this is the same Music on Vinyl, Elvis's debut album. Now, I have 3 copies of his first album, all first Canadian pressings, but I mean they're not in very good condition, and well they are in decent condition, but I don't really have a mint copy of his first album, obviously, and that's on that. I hate those labels, but whatever. What can you? And it sounds pretty good, and it's a nice copy to be playing when I want to hear the album on vinyl. So that's it. That's all, VC. Hope you stuck with me. If you did, I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments and support that you generous people give to my channel. So take good care, everyone, and have a wonderful week. All right, bye.